Hi, welcome back to the Keto's YouTube channel. Today we're going to take a look at some features that we have been working on for EZRADIUS over the past few months. Some of them have been released for a while now. Some of them were just released over the holidays. So we're going to start with the last, and in my opinion, one of the most important is RADSEC. So now we can do, and for those that don't know what RADSEC is, and this is just a quick overview. I'm going to have videos for each one of them. So just make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and you'll be able to see them all. But basically RADSEC is radius over TLS. This allows you to use TCP instead of UDP, and it allows your network device to use a certificate to authenticate into radius. So it is pretty straightforward. We basically added here different checkboxes that will hide and show the stuff. So if you enable RADSEC, it will allow you to select what certificate authorities you want to use or what certificates you want to use. If you're using something like Cisco that does like a manual certificate, you can also keep classic radius, which is the one that you're used to, and you can have both of them. So you can have some devices on RADSEC, some of them in classic radius. So yeah, that's now available. It's as simple as clicking a checkbox. So make sure to give it a try. Other than that, staying here in this page, we also added some features in advanced settings. So advanced settings now has MAC address authentication bypass. So this is for kind of printers and not so smart devices that don't know how to do radius. Now you can whitelist those IP addresses, and we have a video on how to do that, and it's also in our documentation. But you can basically whitelist those MAC addresses and they'll get access to your network. Other than that, we have attribute matching for SSID. So devices such as Meraki allow you to send your SSID name when you're authenticating. And let's say you have, I don't know, like two different SSIDs and you want different policies for each one of them. Let's call one of them Keto's Wi-Fi. You can actually just say, if it's for Keto's Wi-Fi, use this one. If it's the other one, use other access policies. So it allows you to have more access policies and more fine-tuned. For most people, this is not really needed, but if you need it, it's now here and it's amazing. And this is one of the cool things. This came because a customer called me and said, hey, Gal, like, it would be really cool if we can do this. I talked with a team and they added it. So if you have any recommendations, feel free to leave them down below in the comments, or feel free to email us at sales@ketos.io or support@ketos.io. We're happy to take a look and see how we can help. Other than that, we also created, speaking of customer requests, we also created Wi-Fi profiles. So one of the things that customers would talk about is like, hey, yeah, we use, let's say, Intune for most of our devices, but people bring their phones, they don't want to enroll that into Intune, but they still want the free Wi-Fi. So for that, we created profiles that you can use, and you enter the SSID, kind of like how you would do it in an MDM. You tell us what type of authentication. And if you're using EZCA, it will actually go create the certificate in EZCA and send it for each user its own certificate. It will send them instructions on how to do that and all that stuff. We also have videos on this already published. And you can actually send the profiles to a specific user, or they can just come in here, authenticate with their Entra ID credentials, and do that. And last but not least, we also created RADSEC certificates. So as I mentioned here, you basically need a certificate to authenticate. Meraki will create their own thing, but if you want to use like certificate-based authentication with a CA that you already trust, for example, for Unify and stuff like that, you can actually go here and one click create the certificate. You don't have to go to EZCA, or if you're using like other CAs that don't really support it, you can just go here, create it, and have it up and running in a few minutes. Other than that, we did a lot of performance improvements, some really cool thing behind the scenes. If you're interested into it, we would be happy to do a video on it, but we can talk for hours about like the cool things, the cool optimizations we have done with Kubernetes and everything. So please let us know if you're interested in that. Other than that, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for using EZRADIUS, and let us know if you have any questions. Have a good one.